Okay, now this is interesting. 5 different people, 5 awesome battles. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Halo Games today. We have some big news today. Besides Goku's new technique, Vegeta's finally shown himself. Frieza's got his ass whipped, and we got Gogeta. Oh crap, that's awesome. But now, what is up? Oh my god. Me and Brandon have finally seen it.
We saw the movie.
Oh yeah, buddy. We finally saw the climax of what everyone wanted. Thank you, Jesus, for this movie. This was an absolute amazing 100% epic film. Now, what we wanted to talk about is not Frieza, not Vegeta, parts of Goku, and yes, of course, Gogeta. But we want to talk to you about. We want to talk about freaking Broly!
Dude!
Boys! This is it!
This is something that needs to be talked about.
Yeah, like, sure, there's a few videos out there already in depth of Broly, but we're doing 3 parts of this. 3 parts of Goku, Gogeta, and also Broly. We can talk about a bit parts of Frieza and Vegeta, but they don't really have much to go on. It's just been too perfect with Broly and Goku. Oh my god! Now, first discussion. The background of Goku's newer abilities. What do we know about this? We know Zilcho, okay? Now, Brandon, my god, what do you think of Goku's absolute new ability? Like, to freeze Broly. My god.
It was amazing, dude. I was astonished on how cool that was. He just froze Broly in midair. Yeah, there's spoilers. Sorry.
Yeah.
I should have warned you guys, but we're probably gonna put that in the title of the video.
Yep. Best of the spoilers of this movie was Broly, Goku.
He froze Broly in mid-place. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah, tiny note, you might know this from a certain someone from the Tournament of Power. Had used this exact move on Jiren in episode 109, I think, at least. I believe so. It was right after Goku first took on Jiren. But anyways, Goku finally learned how to harness it and make it his own technique. Not in the time skip, not in the fourth dimension, the pocket dimension that Hit did when Hit was assigned by Goku himself to kill Goku. But no, this is not what we're talking about. Goku's master abilities that he's in a scene, and yet somehow, well, do you want to see this one? Because Broly finally mirrored it.
Oh,
it's
God.
It's like he's kind of a version of Majin Buu, mimicking moves, but even stronger. Like, with every blow that he took, Broly kept on getting even better. And I'm even surprised by this.
I was very surprised on Broly's limit.
Yeah, it's like
how far he went and how he got strong every time he got harder and harder.
Yeah.
He kept getting knocked down and then he got stronger when he got up.
Yep. But oh my god. Okay, enough about Goku for now. Let's go a tiny bit on the Lord himself. Why is Frieza even in this? Yes, he helped out with the Jiren. Who cares? He found Broly, of course. He was in the beginning. I honestly liked the beginning, how Frieza was first introduced. Reintroduced, actually. And I did not know King Cold was retiring for Frieza. Now that was an interesting analogy.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, there was a few things that changed around in the storyline, but Bardock didn't have his mind abilities to see the future of Frieza, so and it seemed like Bardock actually could sense what Frieza was doing, what he was about to do. So in hindsight, it's kind of like he had a ability to see what was coming, but it was also for his son. And oh my God, let's not think about anything that is disgraceful to Vegeta. I do hate Vegeta's sometimes, but this was a good point on Vegeta's half. He first went up against Broly because in the other movies Goku went first, but now to see Vegeta Super Saiyan Red. Now, the God origin is amazing. I don't know what to say to this because Vegeta actually did really good. But if it just ended with Vegeta killing Broly right at Super Saiyan God level, that wouldn't have been fun. That wouldn't have made the climax of the film even bearable. It would have been boring. But, I don't care. Oh, no, wait. But what in hindsight, Brandon, do you think of Vegeta's point? Like, this was a good part of him.
Oh my God, when he went God, I was like, well, he's gonna go blue too, obviously. They never show God because blue's higher than that.
Yeah.
But they showed it, and it was cool because that was the first time we ever got to see Vegeta go Super Saiyan God. And,
Yeah.
I've seen pictures and leaks of it.
Yeah.
But now we got to see it in action. That was super cool.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It was cool to see, like, the God version just fight.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, you don't really get to see it. You kind of saw it in the version when they remastered the episode of, I think it was in the beginning arc of Dragon Ball Super episode 5 when it was Vegeta's turn. What have you done to my Bulma? When he first went with a blast of rage, when Bulma got slapped. Yes, we're talking about older parts, but this is a good key of it. You kind of saw the red eyes and red hair for Vegeta. So that was a key point that you were going to see more of it. And then they dropped it in the movie. Like, there was talk about it. But also what also Vegeta points out is, yes, we know Goku's an idiot at times, but what we don't see is Vegeta being the idiot for once. He went all out from the start, of course, with God after all. And I just didn't like that about Vegeta. I thought Vegeta was the smart one. But it's actually kind of cool how it is, I guess. Bottom line, I loved Vegeta's red. Okay, now let's go. Before we get to the very good climax of this video, let's talk a bit about the man of the hour, Gogeta. This is classic. Now, okay, bro, before I start monologuing, what is your monologue on Gogeta's half?
That was incredible.
I know.
The fight, when they, it was funny because they were failing fuses.
Yeah.
And then they got it down pat.
Oh my God.
And they went Super Gogeta. And then they went blue. And then he didn't even get touched once.
I know, like he
used the favorite move ever.
Yeah.
Soul Punisher.
Oh yeah, when they used that for the semi-final move, that was amazing.
I absolutely loved it.
And how when he was in a Super Saiyan, he blasted 30 Kamehameha waves. That was amazing.
That was incredible.
we saw way back in Dragon Ball Z of episode 300 and so when Goku was underwater and he put out three Kamehameha waves to deceive Frieza. We saw that, but it wasn't that epic. But now Gogeta, 20 years later, with a blue Gogeta. This was amazing. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. It's not like Frieza. It's not like what they did to Frieza. No, yes, I already know that. We know. We get your points. You might be dissing us. But my very most point is that Gogeta went through a variation of Kamehamehas and just overloaded Broly. And I think if the battle kept going, if Gogeta held back a bit on that blue form, Broly might have gotten a red. But I don't think that was Toriyama's indication. I'm glad they spared Broly. Okay, now, before we get to the very most appealing part of this video, I just want to say the way that Lord Beerus was kind of babysitting Baby Bulla. Baby Bulla is absolutely cute in this one because she looks to be like a 1-year-old in this one. It's been about a year after the tournament or so. She's about 1-year-old, and it's adorable how it came out to play that Lord Beerus, the Destroyer, got softened up by a kid. That was a funny part. But I didn't want to put this in the video yet. I was going to do it for a separate one on this topic, but I'm going to put it in anyways as a small Easter egg. Piccolo. Piccolo was awesome when he did telepathy with Goku. I like that very much. That was a key point of the movie. Too bad there weren't that many sensitive beings.
Yeah.
But I don't mind. It doesn't really matter anymore. Now let's get to the very best man of the hour, Broly.
Oh yeah.
Now we're in the 12-minute mark of this video, but we're still going because there's lots to be said about Broly. We might do another separate video more in depth on Broly because we've talked a lot about different variations of this, but the best climax of Broly. How amazing was he as a child? On a stranded planet. My God. This was interesting. Like a boy of what did they say? 422 power level? Like, my God.
I think it was higher.
Yeah, I think it was for 42,000 at the very least. Anyways, this one boy never went to Great Ape until he was on that tiny planet infested by insects. They looked like a bit like cockroaches or tiny millipedes, I guess. But his friend, well, you guys might have seen the movie already, but he made a friend that sparred with it, played with it, until one bad day with his father finding out. When Paragus took off that ear, oh my God, I thought Broly was gonna kill Paragus. But I also liked that you actually got to hear what Broly's voice sounded like.
Yeah.
Now, Brandon, I know you've got a lot to say about that. Go for it.
Yeah, I like that they did this to Broly. He's got more personality. Not like in the old series where he didn't really say anything. He just said Kakarot a lot. And that's something we never seen in Broly before is you don't get a read on his personality, but in the movie you do get a read on his personality. And I think it was a genius idea that they gave him this, because now he's friends with Goku, and now what are they gonna do in future fights? Now they got Broly, which is he's so strong.
Yeah,
and once they teach him and learn with him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're gonna be unstoppable.
Oh yeah, I can guarantee there will be a bit of a dispatch of a fight between Goku and Broly. Like Goku might say the wrong thing as an idiot. He does eventually. So he might set off Broly, but Goku has a way to beat him. So that's pure and simple. Just fuse with Vegeta. Now, what I want to talk about as well with Broly is way before he went berserk. When he first fought Vegeta, this was funny as all shit. Because Broly was learning the brawls, the movements as well as he fought. This was a key element. But when he finally lost it in the water, that's when you could see that he had a beast inside him. And I think that's what Paragus was afraid of. Like, we always knew back in the day, in the 1980 movie of Broly's first appearance, that he was a monster already. And when King Kai said he might be the legendary, yeah, that was a key element. I didn't care for how they just jumped to conclusions that this alien was a legendary Super Saiyan. And I liked how they made it more of an alias in this movie, because it was so much better. But point is that Broly has more of a heart than we even realized. We didn't see it in the older movie, but I don't care. This movie topped all three of the others. Look, killing off Broly was a stupid idea. I don't care about the older ones, but what I'm most disappointed in this one is Gohan. Like, I honestly was expecting Gohan, but I
expected Gohan too.
Yeah, at least Goten and Kid Trunks were in this. I don't mind that. And you saw Pilaf and Mai. They really didn't say much. I was expecting them to have a couple lines, but no. Again, this is just about Broly now. This is it. Okay, we are getting into a longer video than expected, but I'm okay with this because this is in depth of everything. We will do another breakdown for Broly, but that's going to be sometime tomorrow or sometime in the near future. We'll do a better breakdown. And we have decided to go see the Japanese version as well, or we might wait until it's on DVD and watch both the versions again. I am really intrigued by this. There might be a few things that we missed in the movie, so we'll also see it again eventually. But anyways, before this wraps up, anything else you have, bro?
Great movie, go see it.
Yeah, that's basically it. Best of spoiler is you can call me Kakarot. See the movie, you'll know what it means. Peace.